the Indian announcement to hold the Indus Water Treaty in abeyance. The treaty is a binding international agreement brokered by World Bank and contains no provision for unilateral suspension. Water is a vital national interest of Pakistan, a lifeline for its 240 million people, and its availability will be safeguarded at all costs. Any attempt to stop or divert the flow of water belonging to Pakistan, as per the Indus Water Treaty, and the usurpation of the rights of lower riparian will be considered as an act of war and responded with full force across the complete spectrum of national power. Noting the reckless and irresponsible behavior of India, which disregards international conventions, UN Security Council resolutions, and international obligations at will, Pakistan shall exercise the right to hold all bilateral agreements with India, including but not limited to Simla Agreement, in abeyance till India desists from its manifested behavior of fomenting terrorism inside Pakistan, transnational killings, and non-adherence to international law and UN resolutions on Kashmir. Pakistan shall close down the Wagah border post with immediate effect. All cross-border transit from India through this route shall be suspended without exception. Those who have crossed with valid endorsement may return through that route immediately, but not later than 30th April 2025. Pakistan suspends all visas under SAARC visa exemption scheme issued to all Indian nationals and deems them cancelled with immediate effect, with the exception of Sikh religious pilgrims. Indian nationals currently in Pakistan under SAARC visa exemption scheme are instructed to exit within 48 hours, less Sikh pilgrims. Pakistan declares the Indian Defence, Naval and Air Advisors in Islamabad persona non grata. They are directed to leave Pakistan immediately, but not later than 30th April 2025. These posts in the Indian High Commission are deemed annulled. Support staff of these advisors are also directed to return to India. The strength of Indian High Commission in Islamabad will be reduced to 30 diplomats and staff members with effect from 30 April 2025. Pakistan's airspace will be closed with immediate effect for all Indian-owned or Indian-operated airlines. All trade with India, including to and from any third country, through Pakistan is suspended forthwith. The National Security Committee underscored that Pakistan, its armed forces, remain fully capable and prepared to defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity against any misadventure, as clearly demonstrated by its mired yet resolute response to India's reckless incursion in February 2019. In conclusion, India's belligerent measures have vindicated the two-nation theory, as well as the apprehensions of Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, as encapsulated in the 1940 Pakistan Resolution, which continues to echo the sentiments of the complete Pakistani nation. The Pakistani nation remains committed to peace, but will never allow anyone to transgress its sovereignty, security, dignity, and their inalienable rights. The Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif, paid a two-day official visit to Turkey on 22nd April 2025. During the visit, the Prime Minister held extensive discussions with the President of Turkey, His Excellency Mr. Tayyip Erdogan, on bilateral relations and exchanged views on recent developments in the region and beyond. These regular bilateral exchanges stand for a continuation of robust dialogue and underscore the shared commitment to further elevate the multifaceted partnership between Pakistan and Turkey. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister of United Arab Emirates, Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, was on an official visit to Pakistan from 20th to 21st April 2025. During the visit, the Deputy Prime Minister of UAE called on the Prime Minister of Pakistan. He also held talks with Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister of Pakistan. The entire spectrum of bilateral relations, with particular focus on trade and investment, energy cooperation and people-to-people linkages, was reviewed during the meeting. Besides the focus on further cementing excellent bilateral relations, regional security and regional and global issues of mutual interest and concern were also discussed in a candid manner. After the delegation level talks, the dignitaries signed memorandums of understanding on cultural cooperation, the establishment of Joint Committee on Consular Affairs, and exchanged MOUs on establishment of UAE-Pakistan Joint Business Council. At the invitation of Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar, Minister for Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the Republic of Rwanda, Ambassador Olivier Nduhungirehe visited Pakistan from 21st to 22nd April 2025. The two sides, while lauding the upward trajectory of bilateral relations between the two countries, expressed the resolve to further strengthen friendly ties within diverse fields, especially in trade, investment, education, and people-to-people exchanges. The two sides also signed an MOU on cooperation in the field of diplomatic training. Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar paid a one-day visit to Kabul on 19th April 2025. He was accompanied by a high-level delegation comprising of Special Representative for Afghanistan, Ambassador Mohammad Sadeh, Mr. Tariq Bajwa, Special Assistant to the Prime Minister, Secretary Interior, Secretary Commerce and Trade, Secretary Railways, Additional Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and representatives from Federal Board of Revenue. During the visit, the Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister held meetings with the acting Afghan Prime Minister, acting Afghan Deputy Prime Minister, and acting Afghan Foreign Minister. Both sides held extensive discussions on a range of issues, including peace and security, people-to-people contacts, and agreed to enhance bilateral trade and economic cooperation to the mutual benefit of people of the both countries. Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar held a telephone conversation with his Uzbek counterpart, Sedo Bakhtiar Odilovich. The Deputy Prime Minister shared his discussions in Kabul regarding Uzbekistan-Afghanistan-Pakistan railway line project and hoped that the three countries would soon sign the framework agreement for this important regional connectivity project. Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar held a telephonic conversation with his Iranian counterpart, Sayyid Abbas Araghchi. They discussed bilateral relations, reaffirming resolve to deepen cooperation. Regional and global developments of mutual interest were also discussed. Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar held a telephonic conversation with the Foreign Minister of Oman, Sayyid Badr bin Hamad Al Busaidi. They reviewed existing bilateral ties and expressed satisfaction on the upward trajectory of bilateral relations. Regional and international current issues of mutual interest also came under discussion. A Special Secretary, Ambassador Shafkat Ali Khan, met with Deputy Foreign Minister of Russian Federation, Ambassador Andrei Rudinko, for the sixth round of Pakistan-Russia bilateral political consultations on 23rd April 2025 in Islamabad. The two sides reviewed the full spectrum of bilateral relations, expressed satisfaction with the positive trajectory, and reaffirmed their commitment to further strengthening ties. 11th meeting of the Pakistan-Russia Joint Working Group on Joint Working Group to Counter International Terrorism was held in Moscow on 22nd April 2025. Pakistan's delegation was led by Special Secretary Ambassador Nabil Munir, while the Russian side was led by Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Vershinin. The two sides held in-depth exchange of views on the global and regional terrorism landscape, with particular attention to the evolving threat posed by terrorism in Afghanistan and the region. The discussions focused around increasingly transnational nature of terrorism and the growing need for adaptive and cooperative strategies. It was decided to hold the next meeting of the working group in 2026 in Islamabad. Pakistan conveys its heartfelt condolences on the passing of His Holiness Pope Francis, a revered spiritual figure and a worldwide advocate for peace, interfaith dialogue, and compassion. His Holiness demonstrated unwavering commitment to fostering unity among world religions, advocating for the oppressed, and promoting the inherent dignity of all humankind. Pakistan deeply values his tireless efforts to enhance mutual respect and understanding amongst diverse cultures and faiths. The legacy of His Holiness, marked by profound humility, selfless service, and a unifying vision for humanity, will endure as an inspiration for generations to come. At this moment of profound sorrow, Pakistan stands in solidarity with our Catholic brothers and sisters worldwide and with all those touched by the extraordinary life of service.
اسلام آباد میں ترجمان دفتر خارجہ شفقت علی خان کی نیوز بریفنگ جاری ہے۔ ان کا کہنا ہے کہ بھارت کے رویے سے علاقائی امن و استحکام کو نقصان کا اندیشہ ہے۔ بھارت نے یک طرفہ طور پر سندھ طاس معاہدے کو معطل کیا۔ پانی کی بندش کا اقدام جنگ کے مترادف ہے، جبکہ واہگہ بارڈر پر ہر قسم کی آمد و رفت کو بند کر دیا گیا ہے۔ ان کا کہنا ہے کہ سکھ یاتریوں کے ویزے کے علاوہ تمام بھارتی شہریوں کے ویزوں کو معطل کر دیا گیا ہے، جبکہ بھارتی ہائی کمیشن کے سٹاف کی تعداد کم کر کے 30 کر دی گئی ہے۔ مزید کہا کہ بھارت سندھ طاس معاہدہ ختم نہیں کر سکتا، جبکہ سندھ طاس معاہدے کے یک طرفہ خاتمے کی کوشش کا بھرپور اور پوری قوت سے جواب دیا جائے گا۔ پانی کی بندش کا اقدام جنگ کے مترادف تصور ہوگا۔ بھارتی رویے سے علاقائی امن و استحکام کو نقصان پہنچنے کا خدشہ ہے، ایسا کہنا ہے ترجمان دفتر خارجہ کا، جبکہ مزید کہا کہ بھارتی اقدام نے 2 قومی نظریے پر مہر ثبت کر دی ہے۔ ساکھ اسکیم کے تحت تمام بھارتیوں کے ویزے منسوخ کر دیے گئے ہیں، ایسا کہنا ہے ترجمان دفتر خارجہ کا۔ سکھ یاتریوں کے ویزے جو ہیں وہ معطل نہیں کیے گئے، انہیں استثناء حاصل ہے، جبکہ واہگہ بارڈر پر ہر قسم کی آمد و رفت بند کر دی گئی ہے۔ بھارتی ہائی کمیشن کے سٹاف کی تعداد کم کر کے 30 کر دی گئی ہے۔ بھارت سندھ طاس معاہدہ ختم نہیں کر سکتا، ایسا کہنا ہے ترجمان دفتر خارجہ کا۔ آپ کو بتا رہے ہیں کہ نیوز بریفنگ اس وقت جاری ہے، جبکہ پانی کی بندش کا اقدام جنگ کے مترادف تصور کیا جائے گا، ایسا کہنا ہے ترجمان دفتر خارجہ شفقت علی خان کا۔ مزید کہا کہ واہگہ بارڈر پر ہر قسم کی آمد و رفت کو بند کر دیا گیا ہے، جبکہ ساکھ اسکیم کے تحت بھارتیوں کے تمام ویزے معطل کر دیے ہیں۔ سکھ یاتری جو ہیں وہ ویزا معطلی سے انہیں استثناء حاصل ہیں، ترجمان دفتر خارجہ نے ایسا کہا، جبکہ بھارتی ہائی کمیشن کے سٹاف کی تعداد کم کر کے 30 کر دی گئی ہے۔ پاکستان کی فضائی حدود بھارتی پروازوں کے لیے بند کر دی گئی۔